let's work on this thing. You see on the left here it says red. So we're going to go from red to green. How would you make sure that that line of code right there becomes green? Pretty easy. That line of code here is actually a Zod code that basically parse an input. And what we're going to do in this video once again is to make sure that you understand how you can leverage the keyword this to achieve what you see right there. How do we go about it? We're gonna first create a class and we're gonna call it Zod. The name here doesn't really matter. In this, we're gonna create a function called string that will basically be this first function right there. Okay, so just with that, actually I can already create a class and then an instance of that Zod here, and then you see indeed it have the Z, and the first part is actually working. So look at this. If I do that, it's all green. Now, how can we make sure that the catch and the parse also are working? So what we're going to do is basically create these two functions. So the catch is here and the parse is right here. Now, what we need to do from there is to leverage the this keyword to actually make sure that we can chain these operations. So here I'm just gonna use a return this, same thing right here, and then same thing right here. Okay, so now you see it's kind of working, but we have this red line right there. How do we fix that? Catch takes a parameter, let's say error here, but that error we don't really know the type here. Well, let's assume that it's a string, so default, but for TypeScript lovers you could actually go and say, okay, I could have a default here or something called a string, right? So that will work in this case. And for parse, you could also go with a value to parse basically, and then instead of using any as suggested by Copilot, you can use the unknown property here and actually give it the question mark, because, well, undefined is undefined. So that's it. This piece of code here comes from the GEMS platform, where people actually learn how these techniques by using the red to green approach, which means we give you the green and you just have to fix it to turn that to red, the other way around. That's it. See you on the next video. Cheers.